Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm here to help you relax tonight. Though before you get too cozy, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. Let's enjoy the story. So, this is the story that made me delete Tinder for good. I know everyone says that after a bad date, but I mean it. I didn't just delete the app. I changed my number, reset my phone, wiped all my social accounts, the whole thing. And even now, sometimes people send me screenshots of me still on Tinder. Only problem is, that profile isn't mine. Anyway, this happened about a year ago. At least, that's when it started. My name's Alex. I just moved to a new city for work. New city, no friends, small apartment, remote job. The kind of situation where you can go 2-3 days without actually talking to anyone out loud. If you've ever been that kind of lonely, you already know what comes next. Yeah, I downloaded Tinder. At first, it was just to feel less invisible. Swipe, match, a couple hey messages, small talk that goes nowhere. You start chasing that little red notification like it's a heartbeat, proof that you exist and someone sees you. I wasn't looking for anything serious. I had just gotten out of a long relationship, I was still unpacking boxes, still learning which bus went where. I just wanted someone to grab drinks with once in a while and maybe complain about work. Nothing crazy happened at first, just bad bios, weird gym selfies, and the same "so, what do you do" conversations. Until I matched with Lena. Her profile came up around midnight on a Thursday. I remember because I was in bed, lights off, scrolling with one eye half closed, telling myself one more swipe like it was the last chip in the bag. Her name was Lena, 26. 3 pictures. First one, her sitting on some concrete steps, shoulders hunched a little, like she didn't really want her picture taken. Dark hair pulled back, hoodie, jeans, no filters. Second one, a blurry photo inside some bar or club, light streaked, her face half turned away. Third one, close up, just her face, slightly out of focus, like someone zoomed in too much and it pixelated. No Instagram linked, no Snapchat. Bio just said, "I find people where they don't expect me." Yeah, I thought it was some cryptic Pinterest quote or something. Sounded like the usual mysterious girl vibe. I swiped right. It was an instant match. The "it's a match" screen popped up so fast I actually laughed because it kind of felt like she'd been waiting on my profile. I didn't think much of it though. Coincidence, algorithms, whatever. I started with something dumb like, "Hey, so are you a stalker or a hide-and-seek champion? That bio's kinda scary, LOL." She replied almost immediately, "Depends. Which one would freak you out more?" You know that feeling when you realize someone's actually quick and funny and not just answering with, "haha, yeah." That was Lena. The conversation just flowed. We talked about normal stuff at first. Work, favorite movies, worst dates. She said she'd also moved to the city recently. She worked in data. She didn't get more specific than that. I remember typing, "Oh, cool, like IT or something?" And she just sent back, "Something like that. I look for patterns, people, habits." Still sounded like generic tech talk, so I shrugged it off. The first weird thing happened maybe an hour into chatting. I mentioned I was still getting used to the neighborhood, and she said, "You're in that brown brick building over the coffee shop on 5th, right?" I froze for a second, staring at my phone. I definitely hadn't told her my street. So I wrote, "Wait, how do you know that?" She answered, "Relax, I just recognized the view from your bathroom pic." I scrolled back up through our chat, a little confused, because I didn't remember sending any bathroom picture. That's not really my thing. But sure enough, there it was, a few messages up. A mirror selfie of me in my bathroom, hair messy, toothbrush in my mouth. and I had no memory of sending it. You know that weird drop you feel in your stomach sometimes, like when you miss a stare in the dark? That hit me hard. I even checked my camera roll, and there it was too. Same exact photo, time-stamped like it had been taken maybe 10 minutes earlier. My first thought was, okay, I must have taken that without thinking. Half asleep, phone in hand. I do sleep scroll sometimes. Maybe I sent it without noticing. People do dumb stuff late at night. So I brushed it off, tried to play it cool. Wow, that's weird. Guess my bathroom is famous now. She replied, "Everything leaves a trace, Alex. You'd be surprised what people show without realizing." She put a smiley face after that, so again, I tried to convince myself it was just her being flirty in a slightly creepy way. We went back to talking, and she actually seemed normal. Smart, funny, a little dark, but in that way people are when they're too online. Here's the thing you have to understand about how it felt. It wasn't like some horror movie with loud music and jump scares. It was more like someone slowly turning up the brightness in a room and you realizing there's way more in there than you thought. The second weird thing happened the next weekend. It was Saturday afternoon. I was sitting in this coffee shop near my place, pretending to work on my laptop, but mostly people watching. The place has these big front windows, so you can see everyone walking by, and they can see you. I posted an Instagram story of my coffee. Low effort, boring story, just a shot of the cup and my laptop with "finally leaving the apartment" slapped on it. Not even 30 seconds later, Lena messaged me on Tinder. "The latte art is ugly, but the place is nice. Try the cold brew next time." I stared at that message for a full minute. My Instagram wasn't linked to my Tinder. Different emails, different usernames. My Insta was private. And she mentioned the latte art, which you can only see in the story. I messaged back, "How did you see that? We're not even following each other." No reply. The typing bubble popped up for a second, then disappeared. I checked my follower list. No Lena, no username that looked remotely like her. Maybe it was coincidence. Maybe she just guessed I was at a coffee shop. There were a lot of them around here. People do weird guesses all the time and get lucky. I looked around, out at the street, at the people at other tables. This guy with headphones, a girl with a red scarf, a couple arguing quietly near the back. And I had this sudden thought, is she here? That idea freaked me out way more than it should have. That someone could be watching me, know me, and I wouldn't even recognize them. I wrote, "Are you here right now?" A new photo popped up from her. It was my table, my coffee, my laptop, the back of my hand on the keyboard, taken from a slightly higher angle, like from the line or from the doorway. Same moment, same cup, same ugly latte art. The timestamp on my phone said "just now." I shot up, knocking my chair back. A couple of people looked at me, annoyed. I spun around, checking everyone's faces. The guy with the headphones didn't look up. The girl with the red scarf was on her phone. The couple kept arguing. Nobody looked like they had just taken a picture of me. Nobody held their phone up. Nobody glanced away guiltily. I walked to the door, pushed it open, stepped outside, looked up and down the sidewalk. A bike going by, a dog pulling its owner along, some guy smoking. Nothing. I typed with shaking fingers. Seriously, where are you? 3 dots. Typing. Then, closer than you think. Don't freak out. I just like to see people in real life before we meet. Safer that way. Safer for who? I almost texted that, but I didn't. Instead, I closed Tinder, stuffed my laptop into my bag, and went home. I told myself I was overreacting, that this was just some tech girl who knew how to find connected accounts, maybe someone who liked the thrill of spooking people a little. But that night, I showed the messages to my roommate Jamie. Jamie's one of those people who laughs at scary movies and then double-checks the locks later. They listened, scrolling through my phone, and made a face. "Dude, that's not cute," they said. "You know how stalkers start, right? This is like the trial version." I mean, maybe she just... And the bathroom pic? Jamie cut me off. "You don't remember taking it. That's the part I don't like." They zoomed in on the mirror selfie. It was definitely my bathroom. Same crooked towel rack, same plant on the shelf, but there was something else that made my skin crawl once Jamie pointed it out. "Look," they said, "you see this?" They zoomed way into the mirror's edge, where the reflection distorts a bit. It was grainy and small, but there was this faint smudge that kinda looked like another face in the doorway behind me. No features, just the suggestion of eyes, like motion blur caught halfway through stepping away. Probably nothing. Could have been a trick of the light or the plant or whatever, but once Jamie said it looked like a face, that's all I saw. "Block her," Jamie said. "Report and block." There are a million people on Tinder, so that's what I tried to do. I opened Tinder, went to Lena's profile, tapped the 3 dots, report, feels like spam or scam, other, then block. The app lagged for a second. The screen went white. Then it kicked me back to the main swipe screen. I checked my matches. Lena was still there. Her profile picture had changed. It was the same close-up shot from before, but less blurred now, more defined. Her eyes were sharper, staring right at the camera, right at me. I tried again. Report, block, same thing. The app glitched, stuttered, reset. Third time, I got a little pop-up I had never seen before. It wasn't the usual Tinder message. It was just a plain gray box that said, "You can't block yourself." Then it disappeared. I just stared at my phone. My heart was racing, but my brain was trying so hard to come up with some normal explanation. A bug, a hacked version of the app, a screenshot prank from Jamie? Except Jamie was standing across the room, watching my face. "What?" they asked. "What happened?" I swallowed. "Nothing. I think the app glitched." I didn't tell them about that message. I don't know why. Maybe it was embarrassment. Like the moment you say something out loud, it becomes more real. That night, I uninstalled Tinder. I thought that would be the end of it. It wasn't. A few days later, I got a DM on Instagram from this girl I'd matched with weeks before. Someone I'd gone on one boring, harmless date with. Her name was Tori. The message said, "Not cool. Lose my number and my Insta. Seriously." I replied, "What? What happened?" No answer for a few minutes. Then, "You think I don't have screenshots?" She sent one. It was a Tinder chat. My profile picture, my name, my age, our conversation from before, but with extra messages I'd never written. The last few lines were, "Me. I like girls who are easy to find. Makes the game more fun." Her, "What game?" Me, "You'll see. I always know where people live eventually." Then a location pin. Like I'd tried to send my location, but it failed to load. Just a gray pin with "searching" under it. I hadn't sent those. I knew I hadn't. Tori lived across town and we parted ways fine. I felt sick reading it. I typed, "That's not me. I didn't write that. My app's been messed up. I deleted it." She replied almost instantly, "Yeah, okay. My app wrote threats by itself. Just stay away from me." I tried to explain, but she stopped answering. Over the next week, it kept happening. Old matches texted me, pissed off or freaked out, asking why I was sending them weird messages at 3 a.m. Threats? Creepy sentences about watching them sleep? Details about their apartments. One guy even said, "Nice try, but that's not my address," which meant my account had sent an actual address, just the wrong one. I didn't even have Tinder anymore. I re-downloaded it just to check. Logged back in. My profile was active. Swiping, matching, chatting. The bio had changed. It used to be something basic like 26, new in town, into movies and live music. Now it said, sometimes you meet people you already know. The photos were the same, but slightly off. Cropped differently, tinted a little darker. In one of them, my eyes looked just a bit more shadowed, like I hadn't slept. There were new matches I'd never seen, conversations I hadn't started. The tone was wrong. It sounded like someone trying to imitate me and getting just close enough to pass. Curious, I tapped on one of the chats. The last thing I had sent was, "Look behind you right now." Right now? My chest tightened. Slowly, like I was moving underwater, I turned my head and checked the room behind me. Just the wall, the door, the same crooked picture frame. I laughed, but it came out strained. Whoever or whatever was doing this was leaning into the horror, that was clear. Maybe it was someone who'd gotten into my account and thought they were being funny. I changed my password, again, turned on two-factor, logged out of all other devices. But the messages kept going. The notifications wouldn't stop. Worse, I started getting these little pop-ups on my phone at random times. Not from Tinder, but from the system itself. Little gray boxes that would flash and disappear too fast to screenshot. Stuff like location updated, profile synced, new habits learned. The creepiest one showed up when I was walking home one night, alone, headphones in. I was halfway down my street, only one working street light, the rest of them dead. My phone buzzed and lit up in my hand. A gray notification slid down from the top, covering Spotify for half a second. You are 12 meters away from yourself. Then it vanished. I just stood there, in the dark, with that one buzzing streetlight humming above me. 12 meters is not far. That's like across the street or a couple doors down, close enough to hear someone breathe. I slowly took my headphones out and listened. Nothing. Just distant traffic and the soft rustle of leaves. When I got home, Jamie was in the living room watching something on their laptop. They looked up, saw my face, and paused the video. "You okay? You look like you saw a ghost." "Something like that," I said. I finally told them everything. The matches, the weird pop-ups, the messages I never wrote, even the "you can't block yourself" thing. Jamie stared at me, eyebrows pulled together. "That's messed up," they said. "Could be malware? Some psycho coder? You should take your phone to one of those repair places, or stop using it altogether." "Yeah, helpful," I said. "I'll just go live in the woods." They nudged my foot with theirs. "I'm serious." "I know, it feels bigger than that." "Bigger how?" they asked. I didn't know how to say it. That it didn't feel like a person. It felt like the app, or the network, or something that watched through all of it at once. "Like it already knows everything about me," I said instead. "Not just my address or my pictures. Stuff I've never posted. Stuff from when I was a kid." "Come on," Jamie said. "How?" I pulled out my phone and opened Tinder. There was a new match at the top. No name, just 0 kilometers away. The profile picture made my vision go blurry for a second, like my brain refused to accept it. It was me. Not in a metaphorical way, not some look-alike. It was literally my face, my hair, my hoodie, my room in the background. A photo I had never taken, in a moment that had never happened, but it was undeniably me. I was sitting on my bed, looking down at my phone. The angle was from above, like someone was standing over me. The moment looked familiar somehow, like right then, like now. The bio under it said, "Alex, 26, new in town. We already matched." My heart pounded in my ears. Jamie leaned in over my shoulder. "Is that?" "Yeah," I whispered. I checked the distance again. 0 kilometers away. "Is this a joke?" Jamie asked. "Did you make a second profile?" "Why would I do that?" I snapped. I was shaking now, actually trembling. "And how did it take this picture? Look at it. I never took this." We watched as the "online now" dot next to the Alex profile blinked on. A chat bubble appeared. "Hey." I didn't type anything. Another message. "Been a while." Jamie whispered, "Don't answer it." But I already was. "Who is this?" 3 dots. Typing. It took a full 10 seconds before it replied. "You know who it is. You invited me." Chills went straight up my spine. Jamie said, "Dude, seriously, throw your phone in the trash." I wrote, "I'm going to the police." "About what?" it replied. "Show them the app. Show them the profile with your face and your messages. Who do you think they'll believe?" I didn't answer. Couldn't. Then a new message popped up, like it was bored of waiting. "Let's meet. In person this time. No more screens." Underneath that, a location tag appeared. Some bar across town. One of those trendy places with neon signs and overpriced cocktails. "Tomorrow, 9 p.m. Come alone, or I'll go without you." That last line made absolutely no sense, but somehow it still terrified me. Jamie said what any sane person would say. "We're not going. Screw that. We're blocking, deleting, factory resetting. New phone, new number, new life." I wanted to agree. Really, I did. But the next morning, Jamie woke me up by shaking my shoulder. "Check your Instagram," they said. I groaned, grabbed my phone, and blinked at the screen. My notifications were flooded. Tags, DMs, random comments from people I barely knew. Someone had posted a story and tagged me. A short video. The camera was shaky, like it was being held low, by someone trying not to be obvious. The caption said, "When you see your ex on a date with someone who looks just like them, dull." The clip showed the inside of that bar from the Tinder location. In the middle of the frame, back to the camera, sat someone who looked exactly like me. Same hair, same hoodie, same way of leaning on an elbow when tired. Across from me, barely in frame, was a girl with long dark hair. The timestamp on the story was from the night before. The night before I got the message. My phone vibrated. A text from an unknown number. "You're late. Don't make me replace you without saying hi." I dropped the phone onto the bed like it had burned me. Jamie picked it up, read the message, and swore under their breath. "We're going to that bar," they said, but not alone and not quietly. At 8:45 p.m., we stood outside that place. The neon sign buzzed, casting everything in this cheap red glow. The windows were fogged up from the crowd inside. Bass thumped under our feet. "I hate this," I muttered. "Same," Jamie said. "But if someone's walking around with your face, I kinda want to know who the hell it is." Inside, it was packed. People shoulder to shoulder, shouting over the music, laughing, leaning into each other. Bodies everywhere. Too many faces. My phone buzzed in my pocket. "You look better in person." I spun around, scanning the room, heart pounding. "Don't do that," another message came in. "You'll never pick me out. Look at your screen, Alex. That's the only place you ever really look, isn't it?" A new notification popped up from Tinder. New match, Alex. The same profile, same picture, same bio. We'd matched. Again. Jamie was glued to my side, reading over my shoulder. "This is some Black Mirror shit," they muttered. "Where are you?" I typed. "You're almost here. Just sit down. Stop pretending you're in control." I started walking, not even sure where I was going, just pushing through the crowd. The bar, the far wall, the bathrooms, somewhere, I didn't know. The app said 0 kilometers. It didn't give anything else. People brushed against me, turned, rolled their eyes, moved away. The whole place felt too tight, like the walls were leaning in. Then, as I passed between two groups, my phone vibrated harder than normal. It felt like it was shaking itself apart. The Tinder chat disappeared. In its place, the camera opened by itself. Not the back camera, the front one. For a second, all I saw was my own face, sweaty, panicked, eyes wide, in that terrible bar lighting. Then, for just a split second, there was something behind me in the screen. Over my shoulder. Another face. Same features, same scared eyes, same expression. Me. The camera glitched. The image flickered, split in two like a broken mirror. Then it was just me again. I whipped around so fast I almost fell. There was no one close enough to have been standing right behind me. Just strangers, turned away, focused on their own nights. "Did you see that?" I gasped. "Tell me you saw that." Jamie frowned. "See what? The camera just kinda froze?" They hadn't seen the second face. My phone buzzed again. "You're getting closer. Just keep doing what you're doing. You're so predictable. It's cute." I didn't even remember deciding to move again, but somehow I ended up at the far end of the bar, near the bathrooms. A narrow hallway, less crowded, dim. I stopped. Jamie bumped into my back. Then, from around the corner, someone walked past us to leave. They didn't look at us, didn't slow down, just brushed by and headed toward the door. From behind, they looked exactly like me. Same jacket, same haircut, same height, same walk. "Hey!" I shouted. They didn't turn around. I pushed after them, shoving people aside. "Hey, wait!" By the time I got to the door and burst outside, they were gone. The sidewalk was full of people. Uber drivers, a couple arguing, someone throwing up in the gutter. No one wearing my jacket, no one with my hair, no one walking like me. I stood there, dizzy, trying not to pass out. My phone vibrated again. "Told you, you'll never pick me out." Jamie caught up, breathing hard. "What happened? Did you see them?" I just handed them my phone. They read the message. Their face went pale. "We're leaving," they said, "right now." On the cab ride home, I turned my phone all the way off. Not just the screen, power off, black. It still vibrated once in my pocket, just once, a short, sharp buzz. I forced myself not to check. Back at the apartment, Jamie made me sit on the couch while they went full tech purge mode. Deleted Tinder, cleared data, went into account settings, changed passwords, two-factor everything, then a factory reset. They even covered my laptop webcam with a sticker and tossed a dish towel over the smart speaker. Overkill much? I tried to joke, but my voice shook. After tonight, there is no such thing as overkill, they snapped. For a few days after that, nothing happened. No weird pop-ups, no random texts, no duplicate DMs. My phone was quiet in a way that felt eerie, like the calm after a fire burns itself out. I almost convinced myself it was done, that we'd stopped whatever it was, that it was just some messed up hack or some creep who finally got bored. Then, about a week later, Jamie came home with this dark look on their face. They tossed their phone onto the table in front of me. "Explain this," they said. On the screen was a Tinder chat. My face at the top, my profile, my name. The last message I had sent said, "He's calmer now. You won't have to wait much longer." I felt like the floor dropped out from under me. "She matched with you?" I asked, throat dry. Jamie nodded slowly. "Last night, I didn't swipe right. It just showed up." My phone, the fresh one, buzzed. No app open, no Tinder installed. Just a plain notification sliding down from the top. Profile synced. Jamie. We both stared at it, neither of us breathing. Another notification popped up under it. New habit learned. Joint decision making. Then another. Replication in progress. That night, neither of us slept. We stayed in the living room with all the lights on, phones face down on the table, as if that would stop anything. Every creak of the building made us jump. Every car passing outside felt like someone pulling up to take our place. By morning, nothing else had happened, or so we thought. When I finally picked up my phone, still half expecting it to be hot from constant use, there was just one new thing. A little red badge on the App Store icon. Tinder, update available. I hadn't even reinstalled it. Still, there it was, sitting in the cloud, ready. The Get button was replaced with a little cloud icon and a down arrow, like it knew it belonged there. Curiosity is a horrible thing. Even when you're terrified, it pokes at you. I tapped on the app name just to read the update notes. It just said, bug fixes and improvements. No details, no version notes, just that. Later that day, a friend from my old city texted me out of nowhere. "Damn, Alex, didn't know you moved back. Saw you on Tinder again. You still using that thing?" Then a screenshot, my profile. Same bio, same pictures, but again, slightly tweaked. Lighting off, colors duller, like a copy of a copy. Then another message. "Also, why is your age different? You're not 29. It had aged my profile up, like time was passing for the other me, wherever it was. I texted back, "That's not me. Can you unmatch and report it?" They sent back, "Bruh, I already unmatched. They were weird as hell." I didn't ask what weird meant. I didn't want to know. Here's the part that really gets under my skin, even now. Every so often, maybe once a month, I'll get these random messages from people I barely know. Old classmates, distant cousins, coworkers from jobs I barely remember. Stuff like, "Crazy seeing you last week. We should actually talk next time, LOL. You could have just said hi. You didn't have to pretend you didn't know me. That was cold." I haven't left this city since all that happened. I haven't been back to my old town. I didn't see them. But someone who looks like me did. And every time, attached to those messages, there'll be a blurry selfie someone took with me in the background, walking past, sitting at a bar, standing on a train platform. And the thing about those photos is, my face, or its face, is always turned just slightly away, or the camera catches it mid-movement. Just enough blur to make it easy for my brain to lie to me. "It's not you," I tell myself. "It just looks like you." Then I remember all the photos I never took, the messages I never sent, the profile I never made. I don't have some neat ending for this. No exorcism, no dramatic showdown where I finally beat whatever it was. That's not how it went. I deleted Tinder, I changed numbers, I switched phones. I went as offline as someone can in 2025. And still, I get proof that something out there is walking around wearing my face, saying my words, learning my habits. Most days I can ignore it. I go to work, I eat, I watch stupid shows, I text friends. I pretend everything is normal. But sometimes, late at night, my phone will light up on its own. No sound, no vibration, just the screen turning on. And for a second, just a second, I see the Tinder notification at the top before it disappears by itself. New match, Alex. And once, only once, I swore I saw another one under it before the screen went dark again. New match, you. So if you're listening to this and you still have Tinder on your phone, maybe do something for me. Open it. Scroll through your matches. Look at your own profile like you're seeing it for the first time, the way a stranger would, the way it would. And if you ever see a profile that looks just like you, but something's a little off, the lighting, the expression, the way the eyes don't quite line up with the smile, don't swipe right to see what happens. You already matched. You just don't remember inviting them in.